Oh my god, you're getting warm. What I am going to do, I'll do it this way. Add media snow. Aha, I think I've done it. I've included your guys' audio into this.
He thinks he done it.
Yep, so basically they don't just hear a one-sided conversation.
Uh,
I was being nice to my one or two followers. Oh, wait, Clinton's on.
Showing offline. Yep.
Terrific. Yeah, I've not even got the game.
On all of them. Actually working
yeah,
for a
I
change.
just need to clickety-clack mofo. Hello. Create the lobby.
Hey, my camera worked. Welcome back to Closeness RPG, folks.
Invite.
Going to the John Baggins Road Trader with the Chaos Crew. Got 2x1 and Jack with us, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So
He has us muted.
let's get back to the torture. I mean, the fun.
I'm in.
Right. Okay. I was listening to a beatboxer just now.
Yeah.
Dude, he's got a different version of beatboxing, and his name is Helium.
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
He's got such a different way of beatboxing. It's actually fucking amazing. And he was the first one I actually heard, because they're starting to do these Robert Miles children cover. He just does the entire thing, and it just sounds epic. Now, with some of the other ones I do follow, there's this Asian chap, and he's got a European girlfriend. And basically, she does most of the verbal stuff, and what he does is, why are you twat-faced moron? That's what's happened. Right, that's not part of the story. It's just something I realised I've done. There we go. You'll have a game launch. So basically, he does literally, he loops himself.
You're live and offline at the same time. Flipping love Twitch.
Yeah, and basically, what is it? He will literally do each part of the instrument orchestra thing by himself. But he does like just snares, and then he'll do another one where he's just doing hi-hats.
Overlays, yeah.
Yes, but he does it all with himself, and he's rather good.
Yeah.
I just don't know his name right now.
A couple of characters do that.
Dude, I follow beatboxing on Twitch. I mean, on TikTok, and they have it occasionally on Instagram. But I do like my beatboxing. Every now and then, I've got to start looking back up Roxaloo, I think his name is, French beatboxer, and I want to. What's the other one?
Level up done.
Oh, Alex the Crazy.
We
DJ.
shall prevail.
Right. No.
Doubt is for the weak.
How to see you next Tuesday. Right, features. Right, okay. So, we had a look at this, but I didn't actually go through with it. Jack's already in there, busy leveling up his character.
Yeah, I am. I was remembering where I was. I need to actually respec these two. Because I might as well turn me into a sniper, and then Argenta starts out with some skill in flame stuff, which is obviously the thing I've got. I'll flip it around.
What? Could you hurry the duck up?
8.
Right, so what's you got?
Overview, camaraderie.
Need your stats, mate.
Perception 10 or higher again. Plus 1 AP and it broadens perception.
There we go.
Analyze. If the target of analyzed enemies has 2 or more exploits, that target suffers +1 additional exploit. It's like just piles on.
Yep. I think there's normally exploit applies automatically to things in your line of sight, but you can get a perk that makes it so it applies to everything, including things not in your line of sight. So you just sit there and every round just keep stacking.
There we go. At the start of the turn, the enemy with a large number of exploits receives an additional exploit stack.
Stronger together.
2 or more of those enemies were tied for the largest number of exploit stacks. One of those enemies is chosen at random.
Interesting. I'm going to take it.
Continuous analysis. Let's. Talent.
Okay.
The combat for cycles and 15%
Right,
critical.
hold on. What have I done wrong here?
Oh yeah, I forgot a deer. I took a ton of damage, didn't she?
Okay. Right. You're being a pain in the arse. Right, let me do you.
Love ass pain.
I think I'm going to go athletics. Then I'm going to go... I'm doing more things with melee. Right, whenever an enemy attacks a warrior, the warrior's next melee on the enemy deals an additional 4 damage. This does not stack, it cannot be reactivated after another attack is made by either the same enemy or a different one. So is that once per combat?
Oh, what was the wording again?
Contempt. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against the enemy deals an additional +4 damage. Does not stack, but it can be... Oh, it can be reactivated after another attack. Never mind.
So basically, if they hit you 3 times in a round, you don't get 12, you only get 4.
Yeah. All right.
But you can keep doing it.
Right.
First time in combat, that an ally becomes a target of psychic power. This ally gains +10 weapon skill and ballistic skill until the end of combat.
Get a lot of crazy buffs.
I think I'm going to go with contempt. Complete.
I'll have contempt.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Genius triumphs!
You got 40, you little shit. I'm going to go with Corrals because that's high at 65. Right. Now, you are a little bit of both. Already got this feature. Then why do you have it on the internet? Okay. Warrior's attack deals a +3 damage to enemies. Crowd kill. I'm going to take Hardened Scars. Dunsky. Right, athletics at 60, awareness 40, carouse 45, coercion's 40, commerce is 40, demolition 40, logic 35, law emporium 15. It's 45 plus 15.
It's 60. 45 plus 15.
It's just the way it's got it done. It's the same as the commerce. I've got... Is that because I've got a bonus from something?
Normally it breaks it all down on the side. So you'll have, like, your base is normally 30, and any level up improvements you've chosen it in will be there. Or if you've got anything from items or talent points or anything, it should all...
Okay, so like it will have a Illustrious Glory +5, Theodosius Rosary +10, and a character bonus Intelligence +30. Okay. I think I clock on. Okay. Carouse is 75. Holy shit balls.
Is that Albert?
Yes.
Yeah, he's. Certain characters are good at certain things. Like Albert's good at carouse. Argent is good at blowing stuff up.
I'm not gonna bother pumping this grass thing.
No.
No, do things that are...
She does have willpower moves.
Right. So, just to let you know,
25.
Clinton, my character
Yeah.
is 60 on athletics and 45 on law emporium. The intelligence stuff is all 30 and most of my physical stuff is 40.
Well, Cassia is 30 across the board, except for strength. Perception at 55, willpower at 65, and fellowship at 40.
She's got awareness.
Willpower.
Her thing is awareness, I think it is.
Yeah.
In fact, we can't even push that up. Oh,
She's got 55 in demolition. Oh, that's you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, both of mine have got 55 in religion. I'm going to be re-specking my character when we get back to the ship.
Dude, you've got awareness and tech. 48 in tech. You might as well focus on one of those. In fact, tech might be your good idea. Because that means we can cover across the board more things. Why are you...
okay. We got with a really high awareness already.
Your character.
Is it a?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna
Yeah,
bump her
probably.
awareness higher.
And
Awareness
also,
of
you've got the
17.
highest tech use at 48. Just FYI.
Yeah, but I can't bump tech use with this rank.
That sucks. Fair enough.
So the awareness just hit 70. I don't think I'm gonna bother taking that up any higher.
No. In fact, both your characters have the highest perception.
Yeah,
Also,
but,
she's
the
got
one
the
here is
law wall.
required because of her.
Oh, dude, I'm just trying to help out.
powers.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's the same as you've got the highest law warp as well. Okay.
Of course, we cleared this place out already. Eh?
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
I help people better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them every step of the way.
Are we heading to the main level?
Yep, Scott controls the guns, so.
Right, sweet. I was just waiting to make sure everybody's done everything they need to. Right, follow the jack.
Because we made the little bridge here, we don't have to go back through the building. We can tell Pilot Raquel that her lord is incredibly wounded.
Do it, Scotty, do it.
Your lordship. Okay. Right, is Lord Winterscale alive? Is he alright? He's safe and in one piece. I shall receive him as a guest on my ship, so ready the shuttle. He's alive but badly wounded. Help my people get into my ship. It will be done immediately. Thank you for letting me load your lordship. Cool. Right, so
the hell is that?
Hold the tab button. There we go. Sorry, I had to swing the map around to see it.
Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out if I right clicked there, it was showing like a funny arrow thingy with a skull in it. I couldn't figure out what it was.
Give me a sec.
Master Victus. Mission to report, Lord
Okay.
Captain. Over the past few days, I've received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual or pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the best systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. Abelard. A click comes through the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitated calculations or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed.
Oh, don't
If you
start
are-
that, old man. All
Well,
these
gentlemen,
peculiar
time and
happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut. A lumen starts flickering. Folks have grown used to all of that. So our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. Lumen, general term for a light
That's a
source,
lot.
presumably an electric one.
The Technomax inspected the servitors and concluded that pose no danger. According to the servants of Messiah, such behavior is caused either by the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult, and Hafatotum Generous Dynrock would like to discuss how he should deal with his defective property. He's awaiting audience on the bridge. Okay, that can stop.
All
Tough
right.
decisions.
So we are currently
Well, Ricardi Filia.
right. There's a little question
Only one
mark.
place left to go.
Points of interest detected. Ricardi Filia, the prison planetoid.
Yeah, that's the one we just done.
All right, no, because there's a little question mark next to it. That's why.
Yeah.
Just saying it was a point of interest. We've still got the
So
astropathic
we've got New Blood,
station.
Machine Spirit Keeper, and
we've been
land
to
on
the
Raikad
Rakad Minoris.
Yeah, we've been everything on the left. We haven't been everything on the right. Well, we've been in the Thunderfang, but we haven't been in the top two on the right.
Right. So let's do this.
Wishing to report, Lord Captain. Members of the sacred cult operating aboard the ship have requested an audience. They wish to present gifts and introduce themselves to their new captain. Lovely.
Right. What are sacred cults? I'm ready to receive them. I have more pressing matters. I was thinking that same thing. Hello, Damien. You alright?
Oh, Damon, you too.
Hi, Damien.
They call themselves the Bloodspun Web. The cult defends the flagship from both internal and external threats. Lady Theodora held them in high regard and looked favourably upon their activities. I suppose we can receive them. I will commence preparations at once, Lord Captain. Yes, Jack. Thank you, Jack.
It's the optimal choice.
Just in case. It is
Plus,
the
we
ultimate choice.
can never forget we need to get to the important discussions that we were attacked.
From behind.
I actually almost forgot that. There you go, Damien.
Never forget.
Okay.
Right.
By the way, AJ confirmed nothing this Friday.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Was this the last week of that, or was there another
I've
week?
been invited to my parents' place for
Last week.
pancakes on Friday.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just thinking.
He
I got
did say it was the last week, so I thought I'd let you guys know.
I
'cause
appreciate
you
that,
weren't
dude.
sure.
Appreciate that. He's got an open Friday. It's like,
Damn.
Like dangerous, goth, edgy. What do you call them? In the schools where they've got like the baton drummers.
oh yes.
I'm just worried they don't have any wet floor signs.
It's the list of
Damn,
their buddies.
sacrifice right there on the red carpet. Nasty.
Oh.
At least they got the colour right.
Mhm. This guy gets it.
Right, so those on the deck watch in awe as right, Clinton. In awe as the final figure moves gracefully into the ceremonial pose. Some of the
I
officers
concur.
back off. Some of the officers whisper in excitement.
I don't take it back.
Good. While the others murmur prayers to the god emperor.
The Undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
The masked cultist repeated the words in a mournful whisper. We obey still. We obey.
They were told to be still, and they did.
We obey. But you hit me from behind.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her.
She pulls out a sinister curved blade, and similar weapons suddenly appear in the hands of the motionless companions.
And now we
I've
give
just
the
one blood
gift
oath
of
to you.
our blood to you. It is the gift of death. Death has whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion. We give you a blade,
That's a sword.
the silent verdict. The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
Found herself in the third person.
That is a nasty looking sword.
Yes.
17 to
With a
20
two-hand.
damage. Damn.
Yes.
Oh, actually passed the check.
Yeah. Right, so you have heard many stories about death cultists such as this one. These devoted holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor.
Because of course.
Yep. While they are exemplary slayers, invisible executioners, and scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls, many righteous people honor them as votaries of the faith, while others see their fearsome rituals as frenzied spectacles touched by madness.
Yep.
Got one crazy glass of-
Second that one.
Let's examine the cultists. And I'm warning you. The cultists.
Voidborn. Meaning they're born on ships.
There we go. Right, so old Voidborn. Their lithe, sinewy bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with an acrobat's nimble grace and strike with an assassin's swift surety. Their red and black vestments are adorned with sharp spikes and ritual jewelry. Where time and training have worn their garments threadbare, you can make out patterns of bleeding lacerations.
Mosh pit!
Alright. Right, so the prisoners cower beneath the weight of your gaze, blood drips down their tear-stained faces of the captured officers, technomats, and workers. Word has been carved into each of their foreheads with meticulous precision. Traitor, heretic, apostate, renegade. The cuts have been diligently and regularly opened to prevent healing. Ew.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
Right.
This woman is scary, but I like her.
A death cult watchovers of my crew, then who honors the Emperor through killing, who devote their entire every deed to serving him, sacred executioners.
The domin
Going for that
has
scaroused
discerned
effect.
our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
And when she said, we've woven the bay of the ship together with the threads of our, I misheard faith and heard face for many years. Threads of our face for many years. Like, okay. Duff?
This activity that she's boasting about sounds very unhygienic.
Yes. Like Bloodsman's Web do. Tell me about yourself. Are you the leader? Or its herald, or its servant? Now, I'm going to ask second question. In today's day and time, that might be deemed offensive.
I am the second spinner of the blood-spun web. The honor of this title is bestowed only upon those who have ushered more souls than... It is shameful to speak of one's own deeds. I'm here to become your shadow, not to make boasts.
Good for her.
I would have gone with what does it actually do?
You can still ask.
The tenets of the web teach us to read the threads of the future and understand the hearts of others. When a soul
I
is
thought you were
filled with the
supposed to
poison of
understand it already.
corruption, we know its time has come. We bring liberation.
Excuse me.
3 strikes, 3 rebukes, 1 blade. This is how we serve the Undying One. This is how we serve you and your flagship. But there are others, the virtuous martyrs who contravene his design without realizing it. Those who have come too close to faltering or committing an apostasy, but have not erred yet. We present such souls to the Undying One.
And see, Clinton, we've now got...
Lots of one. Christians,
So it's
yeah.
a bit Minority Report, and it's a bit you just listen to a deck of cards.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'll tell you what the planets are.
Our laws and teachings, our philosophy and way of
course,
life,
actually, tell us
our
what the
art
planets
of
are.
combat and spiritual dogma. The tenet, humanity owes its existence to the Undying Emperor's sacrifice. It is he who protects us from a darkness of terrors. Hence, each of us has a duty to serve him, and a duty to die for him. To act otherwise is to waste the life that has been given to us by the Undying One, to become a thief. We help others understand this. We help them to live and die righteously.
I reckon number 5 would be
One?
the best.
Is nasty.
I'm not going to ask
3 will
that.
get you killed. No. And 4 is what I really want to know, but yeah, I think 5 would be probably best.
Yep. Cultists do not blink or look away as they stare at you.
I
So
guess,
you
yeah,
may
well,
offer the
that was-
souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution, Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One is death itself. The Undying One is duty. Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
Right, the others echo heard voice from beneath the bones. Yeah.
A dagger that has not sliced through sinew is nothing more than a toy. Let the final dance begin.
Check the guys in the background with the buck-off swords. Oh, it's banners. No, that is a sword.
You now get a combat tutorial
Your Emperor won't save you!
I will
for the new
be your
DLC class.
end.
Well, for the newest DLC class.
Alright, so it's just me. Okay.
Yeah, we still have to push the button.
Assassin. She can use
Sorry.
special ability for raining blood. Was that blind people? Who's next one that put in a burst of blood covering the floor and enemy. Additional damage. Blade
Right,
dots.
pop up. They're very agile melee fighters, and they make things bleed.
Cool.
A lot.
But they're really useful at getting around. Pretty much. They've got that death from above skill. You've got like one charge of it at the moment.
Right.
Every time you kill
Clinton,
something,
you need to accept.
Yo. Oh, my apologies.
yeah. Every time you kill something without using death from above, you get a charge of death from above. Death from above lets you jump like 3 to 4 spaces and hit everything touching you when you land.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Right,
so you can see
so-
from the placement what they want you to do.
Yeah, so what's his
Yeah,
raining
what, the one
blood?
you
Do I
jump off
switch
in the
that?
middle
Right,
of them?
Death Cultist's next single target melee attack splashes blood.
Yes.
Is would that be good to link up with death from above?
I don't believe it's a single target skill.
Alright, so death from above, we know what we're doing.
The shadows will see.
And then
Uh,
you've got either cleave or strike
and I can
or
play dance.
Blade dance.
blade
Like
dance. Yes.
3 melee
As the
attacks.
tenants
Random targets, including
other side
allies.
awaits.
It doesn't count towards your attacks per limit. And I think it can trigger death from above. So you jump in, do that, hopefully kill some more people. You can then jump around, kill more people, do your normal attack, jump around, kill more people. It quickly escalates.
It is a pain in the
I
arse
will
that
set them
huge Twitch is
free.
like that, or otherwise when you play with this particular thing, you just have the jump around. Right, so I can land in that. Right, so that there. Attack those 3.
Well, if you jump into that sit with a 3 and use your blade dance, the
Yep.
other guys will come in closer,
Yep.
and then you can use
Cool.
the.
You're gonna have to
other
push
one.
the plow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Only
keep forgetting that even though you're playing solo on this,
those two have got guns.
You reckon there's a better jump for the jump on the blades?
The
This
heretics
goes
have got
against
guns.
the
It just means the other ones have got to come into melee to hit you.
Right, hold on.
No.
What? Too far. Okay.
I'm gonna do that, and then whack out a
blade dance.
blade dance will probably kill at least 2 of them if it
As
hits them.
honor ordains. My
You can
breath.
also just do all 3 on him. So you can
Damn it.
probably.
Oh, you've got raining blood left. you got another
Hold
blade
on.
dance.
If you
Huh?
you
This
could
one
leave
above.
the 2 in front of you, and then you can blade dance a bit more.
Sorry, say that again?
So if you cleave the 2 in front of you, that
And
should
then
kill
blade
both
dance
of them,
again.
and then that'll give you 3 charges
I
of
shall
blade dance
not
altogether,
death is a blessing.
which means you can now jump, possibly.
Now you can death above one of them.
But you can do death from above as many times in a round as many charges you've got. So you can just keep jumping around one guy until he's dead, or
Let your soul
you'll
be
probably
purged.
kill him with the second one. You can't jump onto the same spot, annoyingly. You have to move to a new spot.
The shadows will see him. The other
But
side
if you get there,
awaits.
Probably can't reach him.
Okay, you've got left it. Oh, you can't reach the wall.
Yeah.
Oh well, that was fine while it was.
I serve the ruinous powers!
And then I
Ooh,
suppose it's
very.
a use you can show
As
what
honor
Raining Blood
ordains.
does.
Raining blood!
Yeah, and then just do a normal hit.
Trust
Basically,
me.
you splash out a cone, which then puts blood on the floor, and you get stacks of stuff when you get in blood, effectively. You do more damage.
As the tenant killing
They take more, I
brings
think.
me no pleasure.
Cool.
He is a sight to behold. Damn.
There's a lot of juice on the floor.
I'd say. Cut to the heart,
As I said,
and you're
she's
to
the shit out of me,
blame.
but I quite like her.
A cut to the throat, a cut to the stomach. These wounds have been inflicted according to his pleasure. The blood of the apostates
Phosphates.
will wash away the stain of their treachery, so that their souls may prostrate themselves before the Undying One's throne and beg for his forgiveness. Cabela wipes the blood from her blade in one swift movement. I have acted with reverence and shown proof of my loyalty. Will you accept me, Domin Ignatius? Will you make me your shield and shadow?
Nope. Not interested. Bye.
Yes, but you're staying on the ship forever.
Are watching Trickery and killing Von enemies long before warrant the trade. Pass to Lady Theodora, however. The blade has also been known to cut short lives of highly upstanding persons.
Yes. Basically, they have the
In other
what they
words,
call
he's anxious about what he
Yeah.
gets up to.
they have the Emperor's Tarot, which is the set of tarot cards, and they believe that the Emperor gives them instructions through these cards. So they like divine the tarot, and it'll be like, oh yeah, kill this guy. So they go and kill him.
Right.
Unquestioningly, they will kill that person. So it could be like they go out and kill a random hobo in the street, or they go and murder like the king of a planet.
Right, and he's very
That's a good
apprehensive
reason.
about this.
Yeah, it's because they will literally do whatever they want. Like if it, obviously they won't tell them to kill the Emperor, but if it told them to kill an Astartes, they'd try and kill an Astartes. Like if the tarot tells them to do it, they would do it.
Now,
Because I believe it's all of them.
I
for
do.
them.
Do you think it would be a wise idea to have them aboard the ship? I mean, they're really good
No, well,
combat.
they're aboard the ship anyway. You can't.
Yes,
you can't
they've
help
lived
that.
on the ship for generations. They are ridiculously loyal to the Emperor.
Your only choice here is going to be whether you take her in as a member of the party or a potential member of the party
Right.
or
Marsha
not.
Hand clears her throat. The cultists are the scourge of the seditious. They bring the unrighteous to ruin. The enforcers respect to the blood-spun web, for we share a common goal. To bring his light to his harsh justice to the darkest depths of this ship.
Yeah.
Right, Scourge. Or the Statius or not, folks are afraid of them for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what the old Malik did to earn this that privilege, though. And who's going to feed his family now? Enrich takes a drag off of his yellow stick, exhaling the thick smoke through his clenched teeth. But that's a lower decks problem. What matters is the blood spun. Webb serves you faithfully, Captain.
Yeah, so
In other words,
common.
I'm not so sure about these, but I really like them.
Yeah, so like the common person, you probably might not see any rhyme or reason why they're killing the people they're killing. But as you said before, it's kind of a bit like Minority Report, where they're like, the tarot has said in the future they're going to do something bad, so kill them now. So technically, they haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
It's not even
My
that
viewers
virtuous, technically, because
have
as long as the tarot says to kill, they will kill. It doesn't matter. They don't
Yeah.
question.
My viewers have been listening to me, listening to Dead Air, and then talking, and then listening to Dead Air because I had Discord muted. Oops.
Right, so Old Plump Man in rich robes of a confessor adds respectively the predecessor's predecessor once the predecessor's predecessor's predecessor whose predecessor once delivered a sermon about the spinners saved this vessel from the servants of archenemy. The blood-spun web paid the price in blood. A river of scarlet that flooded the decks from the bridge to bilge. They become the blood of the flagship. Became, thank you. The pulse in its veins and the beat of its heart. Their great sacrifice earns them the favor of the house of Valencius.
One Valencius.
It seems that all the officers have been presented to me yet. The confessor told me about the spinner's great sacrifice. I wish to hear what my routine thinks. Okay.
I wouldn't want to turn her down. But yeah, you can go for more in-depth questions first.
You see, I'm a little bit unsure because she might kill the merchant guy for no reason that we can foresee.
The thing is, she's on board ship anyway. It's possible that it will happen anyway.
Jackie, in these type of games, do you normally take her as your shield?
Yeah, she's really good as a character, mechanically. I think my current playthrough, I'm trying to romance her.
Well, it's nice they can still get game in the Imperium.
Right, so movements are slow, almost rhythmic as she removes her ceremonial mask. The dark shadows of her eyes accentuate the deathly pallor of the skin, which is covered in ritual scars. Henceforth, I am your shadow, an instrument of death placed in your hands by the Undying One. For so it was ordained, and his tarot forspoke.
Looks a little bit like what's her name, Green, with a bit of Drew Barrymore mixed in. Interesting look.
Or a vizier, they're never evil.
I have no idea what happened there. My audio went dead. My keyboard went dead.
Lovely.
Did everything go boop, boop, boop?
Nope. Literally, audio just cut out. The keyboard lights blinked out. And then that was it. Right, so. Are you suggesting that the Lord Captain should go down the depths of the flagship and search for this temple? With all due respect, the lower decks are for the servants and crew. They do not. They are not fitting place for his high okay.
So yeah, somewhere in the bowels of this ship.
It's not like we haven't gone down there already.
Hyper loyal assassins. I mean, that's really good, as long as you're not a cultist. A heretical cultist, that is. They're cultists and they're good. They're good cultists, not a bad cultist.
Right, who was this vizier?
She's the person that she says is in charge. And he's invited you to find their temple.
Oh, so... Okay, I missed that in the chaos earlier.
Right. And who's the Forspoke? Is that Albert?
So you've got to go hunting for it yourself?
No. That's basically you asking Forspoken, as in, what do you mean? That's asking about the tarot. How does he know the future?
The greatest, most sacred relic of the blood-spun web, the Emperor's Tarot. Only his chosen servants may earn the permission to rain blood upon the cards and perform the reading to see portents of the future, shadows of the past, or tangles of the present. However, the secret of his tarot are not for the ears of lay people to hear. I cannot tell you more. Not here, not now. Right here, right now, right here.
I was thinking the same thing.
What you wish you could demand? No, right here, right now.
Okay.
None of this. I can't tell you
Let's
right
go.
now.
Round number 2.
Right. He's sold his abode in the temple is beneath the flagship's freight line, and he's not left the lower decks in decades. Even short journeys could sunder his spirit from his ancient body.
This ship so big it has trains.
You have sat there for decades and centuries, and because you sat there, you can live a prolonged life.
Very comfy, yeah.
I'd say. Right. I'm not permitted to say if you wish to find the temple, you must walk the walk, talk the talk, and go past the path to Saint Erayan. The matriarch spider, hers was the thread that would become the blood-spun web. Right, her path began deep within the flagship, in the dark tunnel where the freight line, in the dark tunnels of the freight line, and that is where you must begin as well. The journey will bring you closer to the thread of the web, closer to the Undying One, and to understanding death. But I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Right.
I won't want to upset her.
Right, your journey will begin in the darkness of the deepest tunnels. They await you. Doing.
You become the
Right,
flagship.
so
Right.
your blade awaits direction. We speak again when the time is right. Okay. And she can stay put for now.
Yeah.
She's just another person to talk to on the bridge when you do your rounds. But you can bring her out for walkies to go murder people.
When we go after the guy who betrayed us right at the beginning, I think I'll bring her along.
Wait there, yep.
Hey, Ubu.
Don't forget, you're going to have to run through a couple of level ups with the first time you add it to the party.
Yeah.
Right, void ship map. Okay, the rogue trader ship's verticals aiming through the void. Has numerous compartments you can visit. Navigate these compartments using the map. Okay. The trouble is, it's only just me
I'm
on
going
this
to go
one.
grab a quick cigarette while you do your rounds. Unless you're planning on going straight to look for...
I'm going to do some running around quick.
Alright.
Might ask you to
And
go
I'll be
speak
back in a few
to
minutes.
the purse guy.
Make some tea at the same time.
That's not that way. That is this way.
Can you speak to Factotum? Thank you. Can you do...
6. Oh.
Retinue and I are in charge of trading. Or in need of trading.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, you can get rid of the picture of Theodora out of your room. The training thing, basically it will let you respec me and thingy.
Argentina to begin with.
Argenta, yep, and then pick me, and then hopefully, once you've done it,
Right.
you should then let me do it, or I'll just have to quickly do it when we get in the next area.
Are you sure you want to Yes.
Free the first time.
Right, so can you do that from here?
Yes.
Cool.
I can. Wonderful. And then, yeah, if you just do Argenta.
I'll do that once you're done.
Right, so Argenta's got Demolition, so my base choice starts are Awareness, Athletics, and Medicae. I could probably pick Medicae. No one else has got it. Ironically,
Albert does.
Kibella, yeah, but he's only got it at 40. He's working on corrals, isn't he?
Yes.
Ironically, Cabela, the Ethi god, goth girl, has it at 50. Because you've got to know how people are made up if you want to take them apart.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I want to be rocking things to
Actually, I'm going to open up.
make me
It's
crazy.
actually a faction of the Sororitas called the Dialecus.
Oh.
You're responsible for mastery of learning Xenos languages. They learn the language just so they can intimidate and interrogate aliens. But the Inquisition love them because it's just nice to get that information from your victims.
Yep. It's pretty hard to learn a language, especially an alien one. And especially when the aliens want to kill you.
My camera's gone dead again. Alright, hold on. I'm going to upset the cable cart. Right. I'm really going to upset the cable cart here quickly. While Jack's busy doing this, I'm going to quickly reset up my camera. There we go. That's done. And I can pop straight there. Hello. There we go. It's where my audio went. My actual... what's it called went as well. Settings. Please don't tell me you've put that now as... audio. That's fine. Sweet. It's all good. Right, are you still busy with this one, Jack?
Yep, I'm almost done.
Cool. No, I was asking because I was fucking around with my camera there. Unless you guys don't want to see my picture, which I'm quite happy with, I can take that down, no issues. I can give it full screen. Yes. Guys,
Okay,
ever vote for that?
choice.
I'll happily do it. I wouldn't like to look at this ugly mug either. Right. Let me know when to do the other one.
And I will grab nimble for dodge and Medicare again. Complete. Okay, yeah, if you can do Argenta.
Right. So coming
Many
back.
people have tried, unfortunately she is not romanceable. I'm pretty sure, Damien, canonically, are they married to the Emperor? The Adeptus Sororitas?
That's a sore subject.
There you go, Jack.
Thank you.
Because the Brides of the Emperor was actually a sect of Adeptus Sororita who were under the influence of Doge Van Dyke.
I thought you were going to say Dirk Van Dyke.
Yeah, Doge Van Dyke. If you ever want to have a fascinating story of religious zealotry, Doge Van Dyke was a pope for the Imperial Space Church, basically. And he had like a force field, and he tricked all the Sororitas to worship him as
Okay.
a voice of the Emperor.
How'd you do?
Yeah. But he absolutely got his in the end, though. It's a fantastic story. Spoilers, mess with nuns with guns, you get done.
Yeah.
Tends to happen. Get done by none.
How's the musical go? He had it coming. It was also because of Doge Van Dyke that the decree passive was created, which is the same rule that prevented the church from having men under arms.
Yep.
Jack,
So you got women under arms instead.
with this silent verdict, oh, you can't use brutal strike too, but you could use your charge to get in and then brutal strike.
Verdict. What are you talking about?
The sword. I was looking at the sword. I'm thinking.
Oh, it's a two-handy one. Yeah.
Oh, that's a different
Two-handed.
story.
It's got more parry and crit chance for each attack you do in a round. Obviously, that works well for someone like a Blade Dancer because they make a lot of attacks in a round.
Yes.
It looks cool.
That's what I was just looking at.
And the brutal strike is a pretty big AoE because it kind of hits everything to the front and sides of you. Everything's still the same on my character there. We're all good on the dodgy. You still got that and the flame out, which is good. Wonderful. Good. Good. Yeah. Alright, I am done.
Cool.
If you're looking for our Emperor's Little Goth Girl, she is down the stairs to the... Well, it depends where you're looking, but down the stairs, the left of where your character is facing. And then down that way.
Domin.
Right, so...
Cut.
Torture? I bear the sacred marks of the Undying One's service.
Just like your opinion, man.
Death has bestowed them upon me. Though others may cherish hollow riches or meaningless beauty, it is my duty to cherish his gift of blood. Each wound is a symbol of our service to him. Each drop of blood carries his blessing. To renounce these scars is to renounce the Undying One himself.
Okay, calm down.
Death whispers to me, you are worthy of bearing his marks. Tell me, Domin, do you wish to honor your flesh with his gifts?
Hakudo Yatata. Right, it will be an honor to bear the mark. Absolutely not. Put the dagger away. I presume this will not be painless. Oh.
Just wants to practice her stabbing. Yeah.
No, I'm not really interested. I'm not into that type of trait.
Well, then you can say absolutely not.
Does she take offense to that?
I don't know.
I'm guessing you've never said no.
No. The one where I would have said no, I was playing heretical and was just like, it says heretical, quick, get me points.
Let it be so. Treasure his gift, Domin. Inscribe it anew each time you pray. May his blessing find you.
Okay, I would like to know more about tell me about yourself. Did you ever meet Theodore? Right, so your words addressed me as Domin. Does this word mean?
There's a very loaded question. If the Undying One whispers my name, will you carry out his will? So yeah,
Cool
if the
statement.
tarot says you need to die, will she kill you?
Yes, you will.
You could do.
Remember, kids, if you talk to God, you're religious. If God talks to you, you're schizophrenic.
Dude, I know for a fact she would. No two ways about it. Regardless of whatever oath she swore. That's
May
the way.
the Undying.
That is the way I'd look at it. Do you disagree?
No.
Right.
And correct. Or the blood's been off. She should kill you if the tarot says kill you.
Right. Anything down here? Right. No. And we can't do any crafting or making up.
Nope. The only new things we've got is obviously Cabela, that new class, and you can run to the edge of the bridge here to go to different parts of the ship.
Oh yes, not done that yet. Come hither. Come hither.
I am back.
But are you back?
Can I take off your character?
No, you're in black.
No, I'm just having a little quick look through the
That
ship.
as well. From Marine Gracious.
Back
All right,
in
so
black.
Lord Captain's quarters.
I believe we get your office, the astral choir, the shrine, and the train. Or the freight area. It's free.
Right, you guys hear me?
Now I do.
Yeah, I don't know what fucking happened there. It did it again. Ever since Windows updated.
Okay, you might want to check for an update for your chipset drivers. It could be causing issues.
What, because Windows updated? No, they do fucking not. I will tell people straight up, updates ruin. Quite often I've got to reset everything. Audio here, audio there, do this. It's like, oh, go away.
Fixes that one very specific problem they were trying to get rid of, and then makes fun.
Right, so
Fortunately, I've upgraded all my machines to Windows Professional, so at any stage I can turn off upgrades if I want.
Right. So you might want to deselect, yeah, and then reselect Cassia, unless you want to give Clinton Cabela.
Okay, is that a sexually transmitted disease? Because
Well, Cabela.
yeah, Scott gave Clinton Cabela.
But through a proxy. It wasn't direct.
How you do? What you guys do in the comfort of your own, private lives is up to you.
yeah, now my audio cut off. I lost the other two viewers that I had. Fucking hell.
I've seen neither of us being badgered by
Don't jinx it.
bots and...
Shush.
No, I want to say so I can find someone to ban. Damn it.
I should point out, Scott, I have been tempted to ask Christian about a new anti-lesbian medication I heard about.
Follow
Oh,
my lead!
my cock's a failure.
No, I'm going to try Cox again.
Ah, that one. Right, remind me
So
what...
if there's ever the right time to do
Right,
so.
hold on. I'm at the shrine at the moment, aren't I? Would you like
Yes.
to find out more about this place? Let's go with that one. Right, so Confessor Albert. A plump rosy
There's also the new
cheek.
anti-gay drug.
Plump rosy cheek old man. He's lighting candles. Taking his time with each. Glints of fire dance. And his heavy golden and aquilia. And his sky blue eyes as he addresses you smiling. The Emperor protects you, your lordship. Are you here to pray, or have mundane matters brought you to me? You're positively being a Jai. Joy, a priest like you is a rare sight. I think I am actually going to lead with that one. Laughs good-naturedly, fair observation. Everyone knows that the clergy must maintain a stern appearance, or to inspire fear and awe in their flock. His mirth fades, giving way to a pensive gravitas. The truth is that my clan and I experienced a great hardship. I cannot explain how it is. I'm standing before you now, except by his will. How could one be anything but joyful knowing that they were served by the Emperor?
Saved.
Didn't I say saved?
Said served.
My apologies. Right.
That'd be quite heretical.
Right. So still your gentle manner may adversely affect your flock's faith. Okay. So we're going for that one. I was scarcely
Now,
more
this
than
time we do have a bird.
Sorry?
An Ed Albert.
Yeah, he's an Adalbert.
Right, so let's strike your cabins. First, they would come for the weave, the fever, and then the unlucky victim would start retching blood. After that, they would melt away like a candle. Only the youngest survive, myself among them. He smiles feebly. But now my family is growing, and I'm grateful for each new life that replaces one lost. Okay. I don't want to mention the second one because that might put a dampener on things. That's where I was going. Of course, your lordship. I read that as Lady Diddy. Did Lady Theodora come here often? People confess to you, do they not? I'm interested to know the thoughts of some of my subjects. Now, that's not a bad one. I'm actually going to go with it.
Well, if he doesn't find it heretical that you're asking him of it.
Throne Fear and Flock, the regular leaves Vox recordings to the Shrine Confessional House, the eastern part of the reliquary. This allows us to maintain constant watch for any heretic tendencies. We can observe the honesty with which our prisoners render their duties, as well as the dangerous dissent brewing in their minds. Initiate Clotus is responsible for sorting the confessions. He would be honored to offer you as access to the confessional cogiator.
Damn. Try that at a Catholic church and you'll be kicked up in the ass.
Yep. Okay. Smiles warmly at you. I could talk about the Reliquary Chapel for hours. The only place of worship on the ship. Where does the collection of sacred relics come from?
That sounds more interesting.
Every relic we have here is either arduously tracked down by your ancestors, captured in battle against the faithless, or received as gifts for glorious deeds. A show of loyalty to the Emperor that speaks for itself, does it not? He makes no effort to conceal his pride. For our part, we keep the precious relics intact and undisturbed as we conduct liturgies and perform rites. Initiate Zeke is especially diligent in his care for the relics. Though he is of common stock, he earned his position through dedication and piety.
Good for you.
Right.
That sounds fair.
Always had due concern of the requisite maintenance and its needs under the rule. Faith. Okay, please. Yeah. Oh, with him saying that, I know what he's trying to get at. He's trying to either butter us up to carry on or persuade us to join.
Oh well, we're already all part of this
yeah,
thing, so
there isn't really a not joining.
All right, must take my
You're
leave.
already a part of it.
Okay, so now we need to head to the east
There
end of
is-
the reliquary.
There is something in here. Actually, there's two somethings in here.
That didn't go as I'd hoped.
Basically, to either side of the room and something at the back of the wall where we came in.
There's
Wait,
a
what's
commerce
it?
section here.
There's two doors there.
Oh yeah, the doors lead out where we came from.
Okay, there's Initiate Zeke looks after the items.
Yep. You got Initiate Zeke on one side and Initiate Lotus on the other. And then this big hammer in a casket on the wall.
May the blood flow
Ooh,
forever
right.
for the Emperor.
I'll lay claim to the
There's a
stars.
secret in here that I know.
Trying to find it.
Just Cletus against the that left.
Okay, who are you? What are you
But I'll
doing
do
here?
that.
It appears that you're having difficulties. I will leave you to your concerns. Well, we know who you are.
Yep.
Nothing escapes your lordship's notice. As it happens so, I am struggling to categorize three rather peculiar confessions. I wouldn't have dared tell you about them, but I think you may have been left by its senior officers, which would make this a matter of the highest order. One that is far beyond my meager understandings. You're fobbing it off, aren't you, you bitch? These confessions, you see, are far from being examples of pious conformity. Conformity. I dread the very thought of the scent of or hearsay poisoning the minds of some of the
Heresy.
heresy, meh. The most eminent members of the crew, but I cannot change what I heard. He bows his head in reverence. I cannot share this with anyone but the Emperor's anointed, nor can I allow anyone but your lordship to listen to these messages, protected by secrecy of the confession.
Oh, one is a good start.
Well, if he takes the confessions, I'm pretty sure he should know.
No, he's
Right.
the confessions are left by people.
Fuck, I'm out of coffee.
He just listens to them.
Yeah, they're effectively anonymous.
And addressing the audience, perhaps the issue orders that are vested with power. And, well, after categorizing so many confessions, I've learned to notice the subtle differences between them. Let's hear it! The initiate steps aside, putting the cogitator at your disposal. Wow, okay.
One question has troubled me for years. Why are some destined to perish in the war, while others must go on living and preserve the memory of the dead? Worthy and more luminous souls have been lost, and yet I am still here. But statics distorting the recording with your continent that speak easy mail. The orphans on the ship have already been provided with bare essentials, but every so often I consider increasing their rations and ordering more sets of clothes for them. That will not replace the families they lost, but it will improve their lives somewhat, especially given that the ship has enough resources to cover their comparably trivial expense, despite the poor sound quality you determine the voice to be male.
Commerce
tests succeeded. You've heard the bridge officers gossiping that Factorum has taken personal charge for orphans.
Cool. Und the last one.
Another lop-eared klepper.
Yeah.
Lop-eared clippers display a high degree of socialization both among their kind and toward their owners. These animals adjust well to avoid ship's low gravity, since it's similar to Hummel's conditions. Lop-eared clipper meat is edible, shouldn't necessarily demand it. What the hell's that going to do with flipping a confession?
The voice sounds
That's what you're
muffled,
going to find out.
as though from being a thicker layer of glass, but unmistakably a woman's. That narrows it down.
The first one's talking about people dying in the warp. The second one's talking about orphans. And our commercial hint was apparently Mr. Purse Strings is in charge of the orphans.
Right, okay.
The third one's a woman talking about whatever a long-eared klepper is.
It's some sort of dog, I think, in the slate.
But why that's a confession is beyond me.
Yeah, and that's in the void. Curious to know about who left these confessions. I will seek them out. I suppose these confessions truly are special if your lordship has given them his personal attention. Initiate Belsley, I would never have imagined the road trader himself coming to my aid. Yeah, you just fobbed them off, you little shite. Right, so I labour for the glory of the king. Now. Right, so what have we got?
Now if we got all on our side, we can operate.
Got a lot of spherical object cleaning involved.
Right, who are you? What's this relic? Nisha looks over at the sarcophagus. The skeleton within is clutching an orb made of many tightly fitted hoops, covered in glyphs. A mysterious object, but undeniably a holy one. It was donated by a group of pilgrims who studied the legacy of the great missionary Nadine Ernokov.
Yeah.
They believed
Nadine.
there was something inside that that only someone truly great righteous was meant to have. One of the pilgrims was so desperate to witness the moment of the orb's opening that they bequeathed their body to us.
So it's a pilgrim holding.
It's a riddle. Just
That's
as
it.
long as it's not the lament configuration, you'll be all right.
Right, it would be most interesting to learn what is stored inside, Lord Captain. I would like to try and open the orb.
Would you like to try? Not I would like to try.
Well,
It'll be a
right,
riddle.
it's like, ooh, fun time. Can I try?
Yeah, let me play with it.
Yes. So, do you have any ideas how to open the orb?
Let me fiddle with the space Rubik's Cube.
Why not just disassemble it? Open the. Well, I'm going to try and solve the mysterious of the orb. Right, one. One of the predecessors was the last one to attempt solving the relic's mystery. It happened a long time ago, before Lady Theodora was born. That's all I know. Okay. To damage the sacred relic is an unthinkable crime. To use force is to bypass the test of wisdom, faith, blah blah blah.
Well, she could probably break something inside it.
Opens the lock and hands the orb. Someone has already removed the hoops around trying to arrange the letters into a meaningful sentence. It will only take a few more rotations for the orb to split cleanly into 4 parts, each with its own question. The answer should presumably be formed by using adjoining hoops. Fun!
My life reaches everywhere. The greedy will see me in gold. The scholars in humanity's cradle. Only the righteous will see me within their souls.
Yeah, what's the right answer?
My light reaches everywhere. That'd be the Emperor. The greedy will see me in gold.
He does wear a lot of gold armor.
That will be the throne. The scholars in humanity's cradle.
Either Aquila. What is Aquila? I can't remember what it means.
Aquila, it's the golden eagle,
I
Oh,
think
the
okay.
symbol of the Imperium
Yeah.
man.
And you, Jack?
I veto because I know the answers.
Damien?
And you, Damien? Damien, go with us.
He'll probably still be in the chat. He's probably got us on mute. Or
Dead
he's-
Jim.
No, it's after 3 o'clock, so he's not going to make himself a cup of tea.
Mhm.
Try your one, Clinton.
Oh yeah, well,
For better or worse, something clicks
something
in the
clicks.
Mhm. So we go to the second, or you can reset it. Or you can put it down.
orb. I am
I'm
within.
in every human am I lost here. Without me comes the end. But give me to the Emperor and you will be eternal. They're making it easy.
Why, were you going to say soul or blood?
I wasn't said blood.
I don't know. Maybe if we open this up, it might just go poof.
Disgrace, burn me down, eradicate me, or perish rejected by the Emperor. Heretic is a person, not a state.
I suppose we did have, say, strength. In your body, mind, and soul.
Must possess me. The absence of stains, I bring you closer to him.
If I
I
recall
recall
the
the
last
pages
pages
of
of...
life of Medina Venikoff correctly. Response speaks of purity. Saint Sort is the quintessence of all other virtues.
So purity would be the answer.
That's very likely.
You got something wrong. But it does reset, so you can do it again. It doesn't blow up.
Okay. I was going to say try
Hold on.
solve that last one. Quality or duty? Not
No, okay, cool. I wanted to know if it was the last question.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the blood or soul option.
So the
But,
first one we're going for is strength again, is that right?
Strength. Yeah.
Then
Next,
soul. Weakness.
Weakness.
And then purity.
Nope. Guess not. Suppose we can come back to this another time. But,
Right, hold on.
because
I
that's a
wanna
lot of
choose the
different options.
Emperor.
I know what it is. Really want me to tell you. I'll just wait for you to give up first.
Fuck. Alright, Jack.
You nearly got it right the first time, but instead of strength, it is throne.
I thought so.
So throne, blood, weakness, purity.
It was just the
don't-
way it said. It's
Right.
like you, greedy. It's like you envy somebody. The first one
Yeah,
was
the-
the light, so that's the emperor. Everything worships around the emperor. Greedy, that's the chair.
We get the missionary.
Comes alive. We slipped around for long speed together and fold into each other until all opens completely. Range treasure bale.
Cool.
Missionary oaths.
Right, how strange and
Initiate says that the
exciting.
relic in your hands. Sorry, straight.
Carry on.
How strange and exciting it is to behold the very object that has lain hidden from our eye for so many years. Truly, it is a great day upon which the road trader himself has revealed the legacy of great missionaries to us all.
Rubik's Cube. Fear me.
Ah. Right, I'm going to quickly go make another cup of coffee. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I
I want
beg
my
your
coffee.
pardon?
Ooh, a chainsword!
Yep. There are relics all around. There is still something else to do in here.
Yeah.
If you guys can't find it, I'll tell you, because it is. It's an item that one of our melee boys might want.
Ooh, there's a biking thing. What's that do?
Praying.
We're gonna all skip.
We made him pray.
Good. Idea.
Oh, on my screen it jumped Ignatius over to the point.
Yeah, after the sitting around waiting. I'm not seeing. Can't get to. I don't know how these guys get to their stations. The affiliates down there, I don't see one. No, I'm not seeing. Weapons. And I think that sword's too big for any of the party to wield. Burial and victim, swords and so what is twin blades or turn from the power captive to the grace of the emperor. Mentioned the giant sword. Wow. Cassia come running through the depth of me. The enemy running into no redemption, putting shrine wall size. Okay, Jack says there's a hidden thingy here. I've been poking around, but I haven't found anything yet.
Yep.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Ask Jack to graciously initiate us in the secrets. Oh wait, no, there's something else to come.
Something of interest.
There we go. He's found
Power
it.
Mall.
Where?
It's a
The back
mace
of
in
the
a casket.
opposite end of the confessional confessor.
You'll
Oh,
then
there
want
we
to
are.
speak to Adelbar afterwards.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Power Mall rests inside the glass. The inscription on the reliquary reads, I am Rat. I am the
Where are you reading?
cleansing.
Okay.
This object at the back
Oh.
of the room, yeah. Oh, I forgot how to do that.
It's an interactable.
Get out the way so you can click on it.
We have found a button.
Right, so
On
power
the side of
rests
it.
inside the
It's called
glass.
Julia.
Cleansing fields. Okay. So you say that's a
It's a
button.
button to press.
Yep, there's a thing on the side. If you tab, it says press. Push button.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Pressure plates.
Press it.
There are 5 pressure plates in this room.
Right.
And I
Okay.
didn't see them light
I will.
up.
They
It's the
don't.
big squeeze.
You have to get them in the right order.
Oh, in the
If you
correct
don't,
order as
it
well.
resets. Yep.
Damn.
But if you look at the back wall where the hammer is, there are now 5 red lights. They go green when they're right.
Fuck off. That is bullshit.
No, that's not the pressure plate. That's the pressure plate.
That is indeed a pressure plate. That is in fact the first one.
And I got it.
All right,
They have
okay,
to
that's
stay on
not
it,
too
though.
bad. That's not too bad.
But that
Which
character
is the
now has
center
to
of
stay on it.
Yeah.
Now, hold on.
Which is why I
Where
picked only a
is-
single character.
Okay.
I'm always ready.
Pick your second one, Scotty.
Wrong. So everyone's got
Okay,
to come
you
off
just
them
reset it.
and then start again. Yeah.
A new challenge for me.
Okay.
Move it back.
Okay.
It's definitely the one.
Lock in. Oh, you've got to re-push push the button again.
No, you just got a bit of reset once everyone's not on one. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Now,
So where is the others?
Wait, hold on. It's got a letter on it, the one by the cleric. What's your, what did your... Fuck off. What did your one have on it?
No idea, I can't see this.
No, trying to come off of it
It
too
looks
much.
like a T.
Can't really come off of it.
X.
I think I've technically come off it. I have. Yeah, it's like a kind of fancy double-sided F.
Right, okay, got you. F.
It is really simple when you.
A.
Yeah, no, we're looking for a U.
That's it. Is that a U or a J? That's a
Got
J.
it.
It's about time.
He's got it. The next one.
Sometimes you consult the
It is
appropriate
that
treatise on
simple.
Tactica Imperialis.
Yep.
And weigh every step.
Is the
Sometimes,
R.
though, you just fire your biggest cannon and
Says
save
R.
the
Okay,
day.
got it. Okay.
You got it yet, Clinton?
I can't look anymore.
R.
Is it I?
B-A-R?
Clinton? Right there.
Yep, on the way.
And then the last one is... there we go.
Just gotta spell the name.
Need to investigate.
But we do get a power maul, which is a melee weapon. Fancy melee weapon.
Okay.
Unquenchable Fury. So it does 8 to 9. Not horrendous. 30 armor pen. You get normal hit, power swing, and harsh shove. It also increases the maximum push distance by 5, and any collision damage is increased by 50%. So if you're knocking people into other things and other people, it goes even further and you do even more damage with it.
Cool.
All bases normally have the ability to shove.
Well, that 30% beats all my guys' armor penetration, but it does a
yours
lot
do.
less damage.
Yeah, yours do quite a lot straight up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
It's neat.
if it's
Bless
penetrating
you.
armor by a huge amount, then that lesser damage might be worthwhile anyway.
Oh, apparently Clinton's left the session.
Hush. Server disconnected. So then why am I still...
Has it
I'm
booted you
going
into
to
a
quit
single
out
player
and you
version?
can invite me back in.
All right.
Yeah, just have to go to the menu.
Oh,
That's why we
wait,
carry
hold on,
the
hold on,
chain.
hold on. Save,
Holding.
save. I gotta load the game when you join. Right, so I'll do it now. Invite player. Because when I launch, I'm gonna. So it says here, press launch to create a save from your current game and use it for multiplayers automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would let you do it from now.
Yeah, that's why I
And
saved.
I am on so I'm joining now.
Sweet. Yeah.
Don't know why it disconnected because none of my other
Yeah, it's
internet
weird.
related stuff even murmured.
It could have just been from the server.
From game server.
Yeah.
Like your SA
Only problem
connection.
is actually not being in the region that I'm connecting to.
That's what I'm thinking.
People, 3 confirmed.
Somebody needs to push spacebar. Right, now. And then we're going to go speak to the Adavabert.
Ed Albert.
He's just a priest.
You said to go speak to Adalbert again.
That was about the
Yeah,
hammer.
no, that
You
was
could just
before.
ask him and be like, take it out the thing. And then he turns around and goes, oh no, you can't. It's got some locking mechanism we don't understand. Which is
None
then-
shall stand in my
Spell out
way.
Furia. So far, you've got a basic puzzle spelling the name and a Rubik's Cube about your own religion. And you've failed to get either of them.
Fuck off.
They're not doing very well.
Yeah. Right, is it through this door we can go?
This is the area. This area is very small.
To another compartment?
Yeah, that just takes you back to the
To
menu.
another compartment.
Pick where you want to go.
Right, I chose that also to try and help look for the temple.
The temple is in the freight area, I believe.
Yeah, below the freight line. Or in the freight line.
Oh, freighter line, oh, freighter line.
That's throwing line. Throw line.
Daar gaat ons nou.
Confirm.
Through the freight line.
You know what, Clinton? I do have a little bit of an urge to listen to some Mendoza.
You know what I've been listening to recently?
What's that?
Flippin',
Oh, lot.
Yolandi Visser and Ninja.
Oh, yes, Antwoord. No,
Die Antwoord.
the Antwoord, yeah. Right, steadily built man with an augmented jaw stands at attention, a dark circle under his eyes, speak of many sleepless nights, but his voice is loud and spirited. Welcome to Freight Hub LD-987/A14, Lord Captain. I am Edok Fernshaw. Fernshaw. Anyway, I'm Eddie F, Captain of your Enforcers in Low-Key Deck Bay LD 814. Master at Arms has assigned me to be your liaison for the duration of your stay here. Can I get a hoo-ha? Lord Captain,
Hoo-ha.
would you like to inspect the control room to begin your search for the Temple of the Bloodspun Web? It looks like you're well prepared. Okay, how did you and saw her back? No, I was coming. Do you know about the reach of the temple? I am here to inspect the entire compartment. I'm curious to see how people on the lower decks live. Why am I here is of note? I think number 3 might be a good answer.
Yeah. You got the chance to poke around.
Yep. As you will. Still out of concern for your safety, I must warn you that should you avoid the further section
That you should avoid.
shouldn't of the bay that's ridden with disease, the locals can be partially unpleasant to deal with. With your kind, with the kind of riffraff that dwells here, you might
With
even
your
be
kind of riffraff.
attacking again. I will not stand for it. We were attacked in the upper decks. Now we're going to be attacked in the lower decks. Not cool. Such a ghastly place.
We are not headed there, are we, Lord Captain?
To put it bluntly, although the bays perform its functions well, even more civilized sections are sorely lacking in the discipline. I was only assigned recently, so I haven't had the time to straighten everything up. Since doing so will require making some serious changes. I'm not inventing excuses, Lord Captain. As the officer in charge, I accept full responsibility of what takes place in this compartment. Like, dude, calm down. Hakuna Yatatas.
The cooler you thought that.
There we go. Hakuna Matata. It's a wonderful
No, I
phrase.
said cool your daughter.
Exactly. Hakuna Yotata.
No, I said cooler. As in, make
Yep.
it cool.
Yep, I know.
Fill it.
Right, so did you commit the infraction? I hereby officer you are hereby offer you my assistance, Captain. I shall conduct an inspection and share my thoughts on how to change. Okay. Rejoice, friend. So, for the Lord Captain himself has designed to deal with your problems. Rest assured, I will provide you some crucial guidance.
2 or 4, I think.
Once
I mean,
I'm
4
done
would
inspecting.
skip over any side quest. 2 will probably lead us on a side quest.
The situation of the bays do not interest me. Okay, yeah, 2. But he stopped himself mid-protest and assumed a more compliant tone. In that case, I urge you to remain vigilant. The freight trains have move at great speeds, and inhabitants of the residential units are despicable rabble. One must never drop one's guard around them. An empress preserves you from stumbling into the pestilence pit. That's where the madam and the lepers live. Sorry, madmen.
Then they just ejected into space.
Right, so the hub connects to the lower decks, freight, residential and artillery bays. Our task is to monitor the flow of the labor force and prevent supply disruption between bays. Who maintains this hub? What is the situation in the lower decks? The rebel cause you any problems there? No problems, I hope. Uno. Right, controllers and technomats trained by the priests of the machine cult keep the sacred cogitators in working order to prevent train collision. The consequences of the actions like that would be easy to imagine.
Accident like that.
Right. Also employed here are Enforcer Quad, a team of Inferni, the clerks who keep the cargo records, and medicine officer, Medicaid, sorry. Fine chap whose medicine of choice is the bullet. Okay. Not every void ship can boast of its own railway. Piss off! That's the one. That's true. Usually higher class ships are the ones who get trains, but it's far from the greatest thing Rogue Traeger. Yeah. Can say done. Credit here goes to Lady Thipra. Okay. It's Miracle Sacred Engineering from the womb. Okay. What is the situation in the lower decks? What's the sitch, bitch? Most of the locals unload trains and support provisions. We give maintenance jobs to the more capable ones. The rest are reserve workforce. Whenever crews are lost on deck, we find replacements from among those rats. And if extra hands are needed somewhere else, there's always more than enough volunteers eager to work for rations. They even queue for jobs. Surely you're joking, Lord Captain. The rabble are based in nature, and mutiny is always on their minds. They still wear it whatever they can get their hands on, and lately they've moved from rations and tinned food to weapons. We confiscate these regularly, of course, and keep the serf meek and terrified, but the only way we can protect the mindless herd from themselves.
Oh, real, they're fun. Damn weapons. Keeping lying around.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and that last bit being, they also build shanty towns in front of tunnels that can cause problems. Because you build a shanty town in front of a tunnel and now a part of the ship can't get air.
Oh well, in South Africa, they build the shanty towns on train tracks and they complain there's no public transport.
And all that rumbling.
What you know about the death cultists? Do not take issue with death cultists killing people.
Oh, that'd be...
Right, okay. Right.
Stop. The OCN makes a note of everything that passes the station every time. Doesn't he now?
Deserved.
What's Eddie doing down there? Floor. There's stuff on the floor. Universal power cells, supercharged thing. do that. I was trying to look into what it was.
It's loot. And I didn't loot it.
I did.
I know. So not me this time. I didn't do it. I didn't spike.
At the end of the day, my ship, my crew.
True.
I take whatever I want.
Very much.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
That's
I'll
what
lay
we do.
claim to the stars.
Have you heard Lord Captain himself? Ooh, box officer. You look like me. Yeah, promotion to middle.
So there's nothing on here really of note.
Except for that blood arrow pointing at the door.
Inconspicuous.
Right there. Huh?
You went too near it.
Sorry, Scotty.
That's all good, dude. That's what I was just looking for, to be honest with you.
I mean, I didn't click on it because I wasn't planning on triggering anything.
Dude,
But apparently proximity with an awareness that high is enough to kill Joel.
dude. Right now, that's
Abelard all the way over there. Yelling across the room. How
Don't
dare
worry about me,
Exactly,
I'll look after you from over here. I've got your back.
how did it go?
Yeah.
Is this the welcome you give the road trader? He says, three yells down on that from that
Yeah.
side of the room. Albert's nostrils flared in anger. Whoever had the audacity to leave behind this appalling symbol? I will. How the hell do you see that from over there? I will
Good eye.
see to them that Master of Arms calls them to the Count herself.
Except that symbol leading us where we need to go.
I can barely see the symbol from where I'm standing.
I got 100% because
the cool-
of Castiel on the arena.
Exactamundo. The corner of the captain's mouth twitches nervously as he mutters, "Damn those. How did they even?"
So I'd say either
One dude,
3 or
one.
1.
It's a skill check. We get XP. We need it.
Yep. Right. You have seen the sort of symbol
Death
before.
cultists.
Death cultists carve bleeding marks like this one in their own skin. Explain yourself, Frenzo. What is this mess? Do you know what this mark is?
But we can't blame him for this because we know exactly what it
Scrub
is.
it out this instant and punish anyone who has the hand in it. Appearing here will not indulge the death cultists by participating in their mad games.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of
that's
a hard
just
drop.
awesome trouble.
Yeah, it resembles one of the symbols associated with the blood-spun web. What's it called again? The Song of the Training Blood. I think it's a prayer familiar to many of the compartments. We've heard spinners say it when they, would perform their signature act of service to the Emperor. He takes a deep breath. Oh God, here we go. The sunless shadows sank into the dark. Slash's feet crescendo
Crescendo.
a fatal dance. Blade song in tempo, each ed an echo. Twin odes to the death rose, now her sacred blood. As she once trod the backs of foes, tread countless souls, but none who know.
Exactly right.
When I took up my post here, I made sure to familiarize myself with all the particular qualities of this compartment. I soon heard about the verse and decided to investigate. I questioned a number of people who followed the blood-spun web as I was trying to figure it out. Sorry, as we're trying to figure out if there was anything pernicious about it.
Pernicious.
Oh, yeah, I did say the word right then.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to end the word.
Anything pernicious about it, and eventually I learned that the whole thing. He frowns. The words are certainly strange, but nothing worse than that, it seems.
Got cultists painting on the floors. That's clearly a lack of
I don't know why
order in
that's
this area.
so-
You know what happens with lack of order? You get attacked.
Yep.
We were attacked, damn it.
Okay, from what I can tell, it's something like a prayer with several verses that tell about life of one of the cult saints, Arian, or the matriarch spider, as they call her. Why is it matriarch? I just, without even second glancing, that certain words I sit there and like, I'm trying to get it phonetically said in my head. So I'm invited to follow the trail.
Maybe it's all the drow.
Oh God, not again.
I accept the spinner's
Science
invitation.
fiction service response on knocking the CD time.
Yeah, you got locked out.
Sorry, you got locked out.
You got kicked out.
Yeah, I got booted from the server again.
Ooh.
Babe.
I can't. Let me just get out of this.
Okay, complete the conversation first thing. And I'll get that in there so that my viewers can see the end of the conversation. Oh, you. Oh, I'm still watching your stream. It's like behind.
I wonder why you keep on getting dropped. It's annoying.
Menu. That is so strange because I mean I'm not even getting hiccups on audio.
Have you found the?
Yeah, I exited instead of flipping. Launching. Was thinking about launching. Why is it saying it's launching, but I'm not seeing anything now that shows that it's actually launching. It's telling me it's launching, but
Right. So Alt
Again.
F4 out of it.
no, I was already out of it.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's actually launching. Send
Right.
me your invite, please.
Cool. House of Novice Nobility. House of Unique Navigator. I ain't that fast reading it, bitch. But you see the words now, you don't.
And my fast reading days are way behind me.
Dude, that's something I need to seriously pick up.
Still remember doing it as a party trick. Being handed a book I've never read before. Page through it for like a minute. Hand it back and then answer questions about any page in the book. Good old days. Oh yes. Buttons.
Okay.
And disconnect from server. Okay. I'm just
Yep.
going to
Yes.
watch because it's apparently going to just mess with you. Doesn't look like the server's happy with me.
Well, depending on what time we're running to, it is almost 10 o'clock.
Well, actually, I think that might be a really good time to end the stream then.
Buddy.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I see it 6 minutes too.
Yeah, so, because at the end of the day, if we're going to sit there and struggle with...
Connections.
Yeah, it's not going to be
Very
worth
strange like that.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, no, I think that would be a good time for us to actually leave it for
Yeah,
tonight.
let me just say goodbye to my viewers.
Cool.
Well, viewers, as you just heard, we're calling it tonight because of connection issues and the time. Just want to thank everyone for coming by.
Hi guys, thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so as you were hearing, we're having issues with Clinton's connection, so we thought we'll end it there. 10 o'clock's normally a good time to end. Yeah, so basically, today's Thursday. I should be back over the weekend with some more Dragon Age. I'm going to run through that. I might even pop on a little bit of a game of Magic. Not quite sure, but we will see what happens. But otherwise, I should check you out on Sunday evening with some Dragon Age Inquisition. Starting to make a little bit of headway about bloody time. But yeah, pop by, say hello. Otherwise, sit and enjoy. And then on Tuesday, we're back with some more Remnant. And on Thursday again, some more Rogue Trader. You might have picked up from some of my previous streams. This is more I like these type of games. Questy, bit of wordy. I enjoy them. So I'll play as many of these as I can, whether they be older, whether they be newer, whatever I can afford at the time. But yeah, we'll try and run a little bit more games like this. I'll try and get through Dragon Age Inquisition as quickly as I can. I am trying. I want to put that to one side. There's another game I do want to run at some point. It's called Inscription. That's a good game. And we'll look for some more of these type of games. All right. Till Saturday evening. Have a good one. And if I don't catch you on Saturday, hopefully I will catch you on Tuesday. All right. Have a good one, folks. Cheers.